everybody, and welcome back to Season 30 of the Pokemon Cup series. Today we're here at 349 for the running of the Monster Energy Turn of Death 180. This is our second of our Canadian doubleheader here in World Tour 30, and this is going to be probably the toughest road course that these guys will have to face today. And it'll be a challenge for all these guys to go through this turn of death, which wrecks random people for whatever reason. But that's what makes this race a lot more fun. But anyway, let's begin this race with John Andrews starting on the pole today. And you can pause the video to find out where you start in the lineup. And here we go. Cars roll off. This is going to be a fun race here today. And we're going to have 6 laps in Stage 1, and Stage 2 will have 8 laps. It's going to be an exciting weekend here at 349. It'll be a lot of fun with these drivers to see who will come out on top here at the toughest road course in the schedule. Probably the last road course, I think, from my knowledge of World Tour 30. Yeah, it is going to be the last road course from World Tour 30. So these guys are going to have a lot of fun racing here today. And here we go. The green flag waves here at the turn at 349. Andrew's off to a rocking start already, but it is only the very beginning. Oh, wow. These guys are running in the S's a little tight. And Anthony Lopez is still second, and now they're going to battle out for third place. Johnny Gardner a little too high on that corner. And Andrew's able to, no, Johnny Gardner able to save it. They're going to go downhill, and they're one step closer to reaching the turn of death. Oh boy. This will be a lot of fun to see. This is going to be a lot of fun to see if John Andrews can survive the turn of death first time around. And here we go. Turn of death time coming up. And this time they're able to ride perfectly. 2 cars have wrecked out though. That's Leah Walker and Zoe Anderson. 2 cars have wrecked out. Caution comes out. Lopez going to try one more charge to the front. Let's see if he gets it. And he doesn't get it. Andrews will lead us to the caution flag. Leah Walker and Zoe Anderson have crashed in the turn of death to start the race. And if only the trees don't wow, okay. Yeah, the trees were blocking the view. I apologize. The trees were blocking the camera angle, so this is the best one we could show you. Leah Walker and Zoe Anderson, this is how they wrecked out in the turn of death. Hard hit on Zoe Anderson, but they're both drivers are all right though, but they're out of it. Looked like the 78 was going to battle for the race lead, but well, they were able to escape. Walker's out, and Dylan Thoreau has a problem. And John Andrews, not sure what happened, but might have had to take a pit stop. Now he's in the back of the field. Wow. John Andrews had to take an abrupt pit stop, and now he's at the back. Well, that's a tough break for the 95. Wow. Wonder what happened. And these cars are weirdly, wow. Yeah, I don't know what to think of this. But anyway, green flags in the air. So this stage is going to go by a little quickly. Looks like Lopez trying to battle for the lead, and he's not going to get it yet. Barreto is the leader. And John Andrews, I don't know what was going on between the 95 during the yellow. I guess he had a pit, and he lost the lead. Dylan Thoreau, you saw him getting very slippery on the S's, but downhill was able to continue the race. Thoreau, by the way, already with a problem, and he's already in the back. So let's see if Barreto will make it through the turn of death. John Andrews made it through the turn of death perfectly last time. So we'll see if Barreto can do the same thing as the leader. Here we go, another battle with the turn of death with the number 2. And he also makes it through perfectly. Wow. Leaders really do know how to navigate through the turn of death. Oh, 2 cars have wrecked out. 2 cars spin. Another 2 cars have been taken out. That's Grayson Acevedo and Mason Powers. And Andrews on pit road again for whatever strange reason. I guess this was more than just a pit stop. Might have been a problem that developed. And the 4 machines on pit road, a couple cars taking their pit stops. I guess they want to get the freshest tires possible to face off against the turn of death. I don't blame him, because this is the toughest road course by far in the schedule. So, yeah, you just need everything to be the best for this track. 2 laps to go in stage 1. We'll see if Barreto can hold on to the race lead. Well, Barreto last time he made it through the turn of death perfectly. And we'll see if he can do it again. Barreto, by the way, has experience in road courses. One of his wins came at a road course in Sonoma, I think. But here comes the turn of death again. Oh, he's way too high. Way too high. He loses the lead. One car was a little higher. And that's the 48 of Jessica Counterman. Is she going to be back on track? She will be on track. So, well, the 2 machine just lost the lead. At least he didn't wreck out, but white flag, well, 1 lap to go in stage 1. 78 of Anthony Lopez is now out in front, and we will see if he can hold on and lead the field back to the green when stage 2 begins. Here we go again, as the 78 trying to win for once this season. Hasn't been a great season for Lopez, could really use the victory. So now we'll see if he can go through the turn of death unscathed. And surprisingly, only 1 caution so far in this first stage. We saw that the leaders were able to get through the turn of death almost unscathed. Barreto, of course, went too high into the concrete last lap, but we'll see if Lopez will survive. Well, Barreto's still second. He could take the lead again if Lopez screws up. And here we go. Turn of death once more for the final time in stage 1. Let's see if Lopez makes it through. Oh, man, he's too high, and he crashes out. Lopez was way too low, and he crashed out. 78 is down. 2 cars spin. That's Alonso and Rowe, both taken out in the last lap of stage 1. And the winner of stage 1, it all comes back around to Igor Barreto. Lucky break for him. He's going to take stage 1 here at 349. So Barreto in the end, Barreto did get the stage win after all. Only he needed a wreck by the 78 of Anthony Lopez for him to win the stage. So that was a bizarre first stage, but the win goes to, the first stage win I should say, goes to Barretto here at 349. And there's the rest of the field. Only one driver out of the race, Zoe Anderson. Rowe is a lap down, and Thoreau is 2 laps down. But they'll get their laps back. Anderson, though, won't be back in this race. The only driver to wreck out of stage 1. Great effort by the 2 machine, and he will lead us back to the green when we come back with stage 2 at 349. Alrighty guys, we're back here in stage 2, and this will be an 8-lap stage. And Alexander Rowe with a problem already before the stage begins. He was way in the back. I think he was in the rear of the field anyway, but this just makes matters worse for the 24. It's going to be an 8-lap stage 2, and we've only had 1 caution so far. But that might change when we have this stage. So it's going to be a lot of fun seeing how these drivers are going to run this time. And we'll see who will come out on top at the end here at 349. Green flag is in the air. Stage 2 is underway at 349. Igor Barretto's off to a good start. And the 24 still on pit road. The 2 machine Barretto has pulled away already, but how long would that last? How long would that lead last heading into the turn of death? Will Barretto keep the lead like he did before here in the turn of death, or will he just slip out? The turn of death is coming out for the number 2. We'll see if he can make it through like he did before. And Rowe, by the way, is back on the track. Let's see if he can do this again. He slips a little bit, but not as bad as the 11 of James Richardson. And uh-oh. Richardson's losing control of the car. He can't see where he's going. Is he going to make it through? No, he's going to hit the wall hard. Yep, he just hit pit road. That's tough. And Angel Navarro, by the way, has wrecked out. And the caution obviously is out. 2 cars wrecked out again in the turn of death, and this time it was Joshua Scully and Angel Navarro. Both have wrecked out in the turn of death, but the 11 was running second, and then it was a disaster. He just couldn't see where he was going, and he wrecked out. And the 11 is out of the race, possibly. Well, out of contention for the win, but obviously now he's out of the race. So Richardson's out, and Barretto still leads the race. He's still got 5 more laps left to hang on tight, and that sometimes happens. The pace car just doesn't go into pit road instantly, and it just goes into the once they cross the start finish line. Once they cross start finish line, the pit pace car goes to pit road through the invisible wall, and the green waves. And Johnny Garner takes the lead. Wow, Barretto is just furious. Yeah, Barretto's going to be furious. If he doesn't win this race, Barretto's going to be very furious with the officials at this racetrack for letting the pace car just stay there until going in, and he was totally unprepared for it. Unless if Johnny Garner wrecks out, though, in the turn of death. So, well, we'll see. The turn of death has not gobbled up. Well, only once has the leader wrecked out in the turn of death. That was the last lap of stage 1. So, we'll see if the 7 makes it through here. Oh no, the 7 is way too high up and he does not make it. The 7 machine does not make it through the turn of... Well, he did make it barely, but he did make it through when they were running. One car is on... Oh no, 32. It looked like he wrecked, but now they wrecked. And the yellow is out with just 4 laps to go. Wow. I don't think Joseph Romanuk was intending to go to... He didn't intend to go to... No, he didn't intend to go to pit road. He just couldn't see, and right here he crashes. In the sand. Romanuk crashes in the sand, and that'll bring out the caution just in the nick of time. And we're gonna have 2 more laps to go here at 3:49. There's still the possibility, well, there's going to be 2 laps to go here at 3:49, but this is not an overtime attempt. This is not overtime right now. If we get a caution before the white flag, we will have overtime, but we'll see what happens. And the pace car is not going to go into pit road instantly again, so Barretto better be ready this time. Oh boy, Barretto's going to be furious if he does not get this lead on the restart. Here we go. It's going to be a crazy restart, definitely with 2 laps to go. It's going to be a controversial race here at 3:49. So the green flag's going to wave again with 2 laps to go. Again, this is not overtime yet. We are not in overtime yet, so the green flag waves with 2 to go under normal length. And this time, though, Barretto is able to keep the lead. But now he's got to hold on to it for at least another lap or 2. Maybe getting his help from his teammate, as Matthew Mdev is running 3rd place. Only 1 car out of the stage, Richardson, by the way. And that was earlier in the race when he crashed out trying to avoid the turn of death, and he hits the wall, hit the wall there, the entrance of pit road, and lost it. 2 laps to go for the number 2. Here we go. Turn of death he'll be facing off against. And the question is, will he make it through as the leader? Gonna go down to the street portion. The turn of death coming up. And we'll see if Barretto can make it through. And perfectly was able to make it through. Mdev way too high. Mdev went way too high, and he's back on track, but so much for a top 5 finish. And oh no, 78 did not make it through, and the caution will be out. And there will be overtime here at 3:49. 78 did not make it. Oh, yeah. I guess he was trying to pass Luke Walker and could not see his wheels, and he turns around. And Lopez is out for this period. Now Barretto's going to have another 2 laps to face off against the turn of death, or however many laps that this race will have. So they're going to take that. Yep, they're going to take it. And weird, Gilbert's out. John Gilbert has a problem before the race. Wow, okay. Reigns 7th, but he'll stay 7th, though. I'm not sure what was going on in the back. Oh, boy. But anyway, Gilbert and Richardson are out. And I'm not sure how Gilbert retired, but, well, we can't retire Reigns because, I don't know, he was 7th, and I don't know. Well, we're going to have overtime anyway, so don't move a muscle. We'll be back. Alrighty, guys, we're here in overtime, and we'll have a 2-lap dash to the finish. Lead across the start-finish line during the green. We will have the last lap as the next lap. And if we get a caution before we get to the last lap, we'll have another attempt, and we'll keep going until we get a green flag finish. Very simple. So the start-finish line will act as our overtime line. And it'll be a 2-lap dash to the finish to decide who wins this race here at this crazy track, 349. Excuse me. Barretto leads the field, and we'll see if he can hold on for the race win. It would be his third of the season if he does it. We'll see if Barretto can hang on here at 349. Green flag is back out with a 2-lap dash to the finish. Oh, wow, these cars are getting loose. Vincent's getting loose, but he's able to save it. Brett off to a good start in overtime, but will he hang on to the lead when we come to the turn of death? That'll be the ultimate question that will be answered here in this at least first attempt. Again, if leader crosses the start-finish line under green, the next lap is the last lap. We get another caution before the white flag. They will run another attempt. And now the 2 machine is going to face the turn of death once again as the race leader. Question is he going to make it alive? Here we go. This is going to be a fun one. Let's see who will survive the turn of death. At least Barretto makes it through perfectly, so he's able to continue the race. One car spins John Mendez in the turn of death, and no caution. Mendez able to not fully spin. Is he going to make it to the track? It appears he will. And he will make it through back to the track, but the white flag will be in the air with 1 to go at 349. So this is it. We stay green. This next lap will be the last lap. So we are going to get a green flag finish here at 349. Very surprising we didn't get more than 1 attempt at this track. Because you know how the turn of death can be unpredictable. So Barretto is just 1 lap away from getting his 3rd win of the year. Question is he going to hold on to the turn of death? And look at this, Johnny Garner runs 3rd. He could win for the 4th time this season. And he would be on track for a record. But it's all going to come down to Barretto. Is he going to be able to make it through the turn of death? Here we go. For the final time, they'll face the turn of death. And we'll see if Barretto will make it through unscathed. Or will there be another surprise winner? Look at Garner trying to get 2nd place in case of Barretto screwing up. But for the final time, the turn of death. And Barretto is going to be too high. Is he going to survive? Here comes Goldberg. Here comes Gardner. Will they make it through to the final corner? Barretto makes it. Garner and Goldberg battle for 2nd. Goldberg's going to hang on. Barretto's going to hang on. And Igor Barretto, he'll come off the final turn. And he'll win for the 3rd time in season 30. Here at the Turn of Death 180 at 349. And what a close call by Barretto. It looked like he was going to lose it in the Turn of Death, but he's somehow able to hang on and win the race. And 2 cars wrecked down are Jean Alonso, Gage Victini, and a couple more cars have wrecked. There was a big crash in the very last lap. A huge wreck. Oh boy. It was a big crash, and that was the biggest one of them all for sure. Let's see the turn of death. There's the 3 machine, and he crashes with William Brock. And then Alonso spins with Gage Victini, and the 3 machine flips. Hard hit. That was the biggest wreck of them all in the turn of death. And it came on the very last lap. There he is, the 3 Machine Martinez, upside down on a hard crash. But a crazy finish, and Igor Barreto hangs on to win at 3:49, and he collects his 3rd win of season 30. So we're definitely going to see a battle between Barreto and Gardner for the championship. These guys will be the Titans of season 30. So here are the final results from 3:49. Barreto's your winner. And here's how the rest finish. You can pause the video to find where you finished in the race. And Victini went out after the overtime period. And Igor Barreto wins for the 3rd time in season 30. And when we end our next race, we'll continue 3:49 with, we'll continue World Tour 30 with the oval tracks. The last 3 races in World Tour 30 are going to be at ovals. And the next one will be, I think, at Calder Park, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Next race will be going down under in Calder Park Raceway. A track with an unusual way of running. You'll see how we run things at Calder Park when we get there at our next race. So hope you enjoyed this wonderful race from 3:49, and we will see you guys next time at Calder Park.